Hi, how is everybody doing? Let me remove this real quick. Hold up, remove. Okay. That is fine. We are live on. How come I hear myself? Hold up, y'all. Give me 1 second. I'm hearing myself in multiple screens. Okay. We're live on YouTube and on Facebook. Shout out to everybody from Facebook. Welcome everybody. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. I'm gonna let the notifications go out because I just kind of came live and everything, and just kind of got here. I have not been live since, was it Friday? Friday? Yeah, Friday. How's everybody doing? How's everything going? Where's everybody at? Tell me what's going on. Thank you, the Alkalite. What are you guys doing? How is the Sunday going? Let those notifications go out. Hey, Canvas, how are you, love? I see the people are coming in. Shout out to the Tinkle Tit. It's Chico's. Everybody's here. My people are coming through. I feel like I haven't been here for a minute. I have not touched up the hair. Somebody asked me what's going on. Well, I'm not straightening my hair as much. I'm tired of straightening. My hair is naturally wavy. And what I do is I usually put like a little something on it. But this is why you guys are seeing a lot of waves lately in the recent videos. Now, I am going to get a touch up maybe sometime this week. Like I told you guys, I need a little bit more purple on the bangs, and then I'm gonna get some like platinum on the sides. So you gonna see a whole different snow cone. It is what it is. Hey, Canvas, thank you for gifting memberships. Look at, oh, thank you. Wow, way to get us started. I haven't even started yet and already gifting. If you guys got a membership, put a heart in the chat, please, and thank you. Hey, Monica. Hey, everybody. Guys, thank you. Hey, Pika. I see everybody coming through. The people are here. Um, Thank you, my love. Thank you. And I was telling you guys, I said I am I'm gonna be 40 in like in December, right? So one of the things, and I don't know why as a child, I was it was this narrative about don't mess up your hair, don't do this to your hair, don't cut your hair, don't dye your hair. So there's a lot of things as a child that I wanted to do to my hair that I couldn't. Okay. So I said, no, I'm gonna do the things that I've always wanted to do my hair. Diet. I've had like blonde highlights. That's the most I've done. I've done stuff like that. I've had short hair. I've had long hair. I've had all kinds of hair, right? But I said no. I'm gonna do a little bit of everything. Yes, we are going to talk. We got some lawsuits to talk about. All right. We're going to do our best to really get the lawsuits right where we need to, because it's a lot of it's a lot of stuff that's happening. Okay. We have a lawsuit that's definitely causing some craziness in the true crime community. We got to talk about that. We got to talk a little bit about Kaya Jones and Diddy. We got to talk about a little bit about Liam Payne as well. You guys know I am trying my best to keep up. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Well, thank you, Night Charm. Thank you. Night Charm says you're always giving. I hope so. I hope so. Hope so. So I'm gonna do yeah. So y'all gonna see a whole different midlife crisis rapid. Why the hell not? Let it play all out online, because you only live once, right? Isn't that what the young people say? YOLO, you only live once. Now, I'm not trying to go to jail, okay? Never been, well, when I was a kid. Maybe when I was a kid, I was, I was a juvie kid, okay? But now as an adult, I'm not. I got all that shit out as a child, so I wouldn't have to be locked up as an adult. Okay, I got all, the beer runs, the shoplift. That was all me as a kid. That was all me. That was all me. But now I'm an adult now, so I got to act right. And I have children too, so but anyways, it is what it is. All right, guys, let's get started. So why don't I start this way? Because I kind of want to know, everybody's asking me about different lawsuits and Diddy and stuff like that. Let's get a little poll going to figure out what is everybody here for, and that will give me an idea of where to start. What are you here for? What are you here for? Da, da, da. Oh, I gotta shout out some people. BJ lawsuit with Lima Yaremovich. Lord, that's a trip right there. The Rico lawsuit of the true crime community. Okay. And the other topics. Okay. That'll give me an idea of where to get started. Y'all go vote, hit the like button while you are voting. You're here for SF Investigates. Shout out to SF Investigates, okay? Shout out to SF Investigates. Let me see what you guys are saying. And let me shout out some folks here. Lanice has been a member for 15 months. Thank you, Lanice. And Amy's been a member for 18th. Oh my God, y'all. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. I appreciate you guys. You guys don't even know. Like those that renew your membership. Thank you for those that give memberships. Those that become new members. Is it GG Zum? Ooh, GG Zum. Thank you for becoming a member. You guys are totally like, y'all support my channel. They're calling it the Rico Suave lawsuit. Get the fuck out of here. Not Rico Suave. No. Oh my God, hold up. No, but see, I played Rico Suave before and I got freaking demonetized. So I'm not demonetized, but I got copywritten. So I don't want to deal with that. Canvas, thank you for being a member for 5 months, love. Thank you. And also gifted. You're here for all of it. All right, let me see what the poll says. Did you hit the like button though? Y'all are here, but the like button is free to hit. Okay. Don't be stingy with the likes. Y'all, you guys like kill me with these likes sometimes. Come on now. Don't be stingy. It's free. Thank you for all the time involved for Facts Rabbit. Well, thank you, Sylvia. Shout out to Sylvia. Thank you for being a member for 6 months. My God, Sylvia has been that long. Oh my God. Rico Suave. Ooh, you know what? That's what we gonna do. Forget you. All right. I'm gonna see if I can find Rico Suave on the YouTube studio. We're gonna play a little Rico Suave, and then we're gonna get into the mess of everything that's going on. But you guys do me a favor. If I play this, because it's gonna get demonetized at some point, it'll get like copyright and I can't do anything. You guys have to hit the like button, okay? Let me see. Rico Suave. Is that available? Yep. For Gerardo. Oh, shoot. Here you go. Happy Sunday for y'all. I better get people dancing up in here. You say, girl, bye. Oh my God, no. The lyrics to this, he doesn't drink or smoke or do any coke. His only addiction was women. And by the way, it did get him in trouble at some point because he does talk about that. Just saying. Just saying. And Tinkleton's just gifted freaking 20 memberships. You guys put some hearts in the chat. Oh my God. And let me keep playing this. Y'all hit the like button. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Cannot. Only addiction has to. The price you pay for being a gigolo. Y'all need to hear the lyrics to this music. The end of musings. Thank you for becoming a member. Last Rodin says, bunny tail bouncing to that music. Look at Linda too. Y'all are doing too much. Now wait a minute. You got Sinner in the chat dancing. That says a lot. Sinner, are you really dancing to this? I am surprised. I am clutching my pearls. Wow. Video to this. I am stopping it here and there, but I'm gonna have to chop this up, by the way, because of the copyright. But have y'all ever watched the music video to this? Suave. Listen. Yeah, this is about a good 25 years old. This is what Gerardo did, right? He's the singer of Rico Suave, right? He wrote this song, and he partied it up in the 90s, and changed his life. Truly. I mean, he is not the same person that he was in the 90s. So, but this song is one that follows him. Everybody knows Rico Suave. How do you not know? Like, if you don't know what Rico Suave, the song was, I don't know what you were doing in the 90s. I was like 5 or 6 years old when this song was out. And I remember, yeah, I hit the like button. I remember MTV being like popping with this song and everybody's watching it. And it was just the thing. Now, the reason I played this song is because y'all said that this was the Rico Suave lawsuit, the one that's happening in the true crime community. We're going to get into that. But I'm also looking at the poll and y'all really want to talk about BJ investigates and that's whole little situation. So I'm going to give you guys the really quick one on BJ. So as you guys know, for those that are not aware, BJ has been, essentially was facing litigation with a woman by the name of Lima here on, I wouldn't say she's on YouTube. She runs this company by the name of Aura. And a lot of the allegations that came against BJ were just like, what the fuck kind of allegations, proven false in my opinion. BJ has been very victorious in in the lawsuit, and it's my understanding that Lima owes BJ and BJ's attorneys a lot of money, a lot of money. And so what Lima has done, and this is just a quick little update because there's so much more to this, I promise y'all. Right? Sean's like, listen. Shout out to BJ Investigate. Shout out to Monica. Monica's in the chat too. Listen, no way. Girl, I'm on the 4th. We are Sagittarius. I think you're a Sagittarius too. Okay. And thank you, Tinkle Tits. Everybody, did you gift again, Tinkle Tits? Lord have mercy. Hold up. Let me make sure. Okay, no, that's fine. All right. Thank you, Tinkle Tinkle. And everybody else that gifted and became members, y'all are amazing. Look at this. Look at this. The lady. Y'all drop some hearts for BJ. Shout out to BJ. BJ has been victorious. And you know when people are like winning, some of those trolls don't like it. They don't like to see you win. They don't like to see you win. So what happens is, you just got to let trolls do what they do, right? All right. So let me tell y'all what's going on, okay? So BJ has been very victorious in everything that's been thrown at her because all she does is win, win, win no matter what. Did y'all know that Lima fired her attorney? Isn't it Benjamin Kanani? Uh-huh. Fired her attorney. So when I was reviewing this, I said, why does her name say Lima Yuremovich improper? Improper. So improper is like you on your own, right? You have pro se and then you have proper. I'm not an attorney, and I know I got some attorneys in my chat here. She fired her attorney. Yes, she did. I said, after all of this. So all of this has been put up there. This is all public information. Now, let me just say this. I've also saw some other filings in there and everything, and it looks to me that why are you still trying to silence BJ? Like, why are you trying to gag the girl? Like, help me understand. What do you think is going to happen? Like, I don't know about you guys. If y'all been following BJ for quite some since I've been following her and seeing the lawsuit, you can't why would you even try? Why try it? Why would you try it? You said Lima needs to fire herself. You cannot gag a queen. No, you cannot. You cannot. Ooh, look, Baby Bunny's like yelling. She's like, hey, you cannot gag God's favorite. You cannot. You said another slap filing against my First Amendment rights. And then I don't know if you guys have been watching what's going on. So BJ dropped a very interesting video, which by the way, it made me learn a little bit more about BJ and her law school journey and everything, right? Shout out to BJ again. There is somebody that's like in Wondery trying to investigate BJ, asking BJ's colleagues and former, friends or whatever about BJ when you could just contact BJ about BJ. And I don't understand this. I don't understand it. It's giving me like Hot Snakes Media when you had this Hot Snake situation. They're over here emailing us, setting people up. I got people even today, like people trying to email me on some BS regarding BJ. And I'm like, I mean, listen, I might have been born at night, but not last night. I used to like Wondery. I'm not going to lie. This was before I was a creator. I used to like I used to be a huge podcast listener. But after I was listening to what was going on and the girl that, she's over there creating and investigating BJ and ay, Dios mío. When are these people going to learn? When are these people going to learn? You cannot silence. Say it louder for the people in the back. You cannot silence. You cannot you can't slap people with this shit. Like, come on now. And I was thinking, I was like, if I was Lima Yuremovich, what would be the best alternative? Okay, like how would BJ, like how do you proceed in such situations? For a minute, just for a minute, think about it in the chat. If you guys had advice for Lima Yuremovich, what advice would you guys give her? Put it in the chat. Put that comment in the chat. Sean's like, thank you for the $1.99. You can't silence a queen, and a queen silence you. Thank you for the 199, Sean. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me know. Tell him, Sean. That's right, G-Man. Let him know. How? What advice do y'all have for Lima? You said, hold up. You said, tell her to sit down. Give up. Has she considered shutting the fuck up? Lord have mercy. Advice: seek employment. Lord have mercy. Advice: my advice is to give it up, honey. Stop. Just stop while you're not ahead. Try the aura technology. Lord have mercy. Not. And by the way, please no, please don't go harassing or doxing any of these subjects that the people that we're talking about. The people that we're talking about are real people, right? Don't be doing that shit because number one, it's not okay. I don't endorse it. I don't promote it. It does nothing but really make things worse in the situation. For anybody, here's this: please do not contact any persons or subjects discussed on this channel, on this live stream. That's not at all. We're giving commentary because that's what we do here. That's all we do. You said give it up. You said don't. I'm asking y'all for some solid advice to give the girl. You said she gonna F around and find out. Lord have mercy. Mm. Time to pay the piper. Oh my God. Seek help. Jesus. Y'all. Well, here's BJ. Tell the public why she didn't accurately report Amanda Rabb's cause of death. That's the best advice you can get. Like, help me. Like, can you just tell the people, like, what is up? What's going on? And don't go on Adam's channel, Grand Mason. Don't go on Soft White Underbelly. Honestly, like, you just have to be genuine about the things. You're either going to, people are going to like you or they're going to understand you or they're not. And I have no doubt, for me, it's like I'm just reporting on the news, even though y'all try to, involve me in that mess and, fake and put shit together. I saw my name in one of the documents. Even though you all try to do that, and then somehow you try to come back to people's emails talking about, I'm your friend, I'm not this to you. Like, what the fuck? And I had never talked to you and I don't know you. Seek help. People that get involved in this, just seek help. Like, that's what is it? Betterhelp.com? That's what it's called. Just make sure it's nothing to do with aura, in my opinion. Actually, the Lord does BJ's work, says Yakolite. Keep fighting the good fight. Well, that's true. Keep fighting. You said she needs a conservatorship because she lost her damn mind. Oh my God. No. You Tico says Lima Tankali Yaremovich Taquito Pasta Tylenol. I can say it like that because I'm Mexican. All right. I'm like, damn, that's quite the accent. Shout out to Tico Tits. Here we go. Why did she say she was reading word for word of what we got on a video called Amanda's Autopsy Report, Lima, and didn't read word for word from the autopsy report, girl? That would be a good question. If anybody is like helping her, this would be a good question to just ask. You guys, like, you can't muzzle and gag people and think that the people are just going to be satisfied with that. Especially, let me just say this, all right? Especially for somebody that's trying to break into the mental health industry, okay? The people that you're trying to help are real people, like with real life problems, some of which you may never understand or know. Real life problems. So what you have to do is be very forthcoming, okay, about the things that you're doing. Be very transparent. That's what you have to do, because what you're doing is perpetuating a lot of the mental health stigma that exists about mental health services, treatment, and everything. You're making people look bad in this field when you aren't as transparent as you need to be. Okay. Don't be putting people in video games, simulations, talking about it's endorsed and yada, yada, yada. What is the research backing that? What does that look like? There's just too much gray there. And this is people's real life. And you and Mark Leda and all these people that are in that same bubble, y'all got to get it together. Okay. Because at some point, you're going to get caught up. You do. That's right. Oh, Jen says, Lima, tell us where Dahlia is. Well, and then there's that. These are the questions that the people have. They want to make sure that your family's, there's concerns about that. There's concerns about that, especially because you use your sister as the pitch story of your family, of your company. If my sister, my brother, whatever it was, they are, my twin sisters are the pitch story of my family. Yeah, I would expect people to have questions about my family. That's what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Thank you for the $2. Sean says one. Thank you for the 199. That's the karma she earned. Conservatorship. Lord have mercy. Yeah, and what is it about that? Like, got to be a little bit more transparent about certain things. Okay. All right. All right. So that is and there's other more legal documents, but the reality is this: the girl wants to silence BJ. She wants to continue to silence BJ. That's really the 411 on this at this point. And she has fired her attorney. And essentially, I was like, what? She fired the attorney? And apparently she fired the attorney. There are some exhibits here. Let's see. Good morning, Ben. That's the attorney's name. I just wanted to confirm that my social security number will be redacted from the public filing, so it doesn't cause me any more issues. I'm having a lot of people attacking me right now, and I don't want to be put back. I don't want it put back as it gave me a ton of issues before. We'll make sure it's redacted. I redacted it last night. Thank you. Okay. And should I book a process server to serve Corville, which is shout out to BJ? And then she puts in here, thank you. Oh, wait, that's from this message. No, I could probably serve her through her lawyer. Still working to get it filed and don't have anything back from the court yet. Correction, it was filed this morning, waiting on a response from the court. Sounds good. So this is like messages between them. And then she decides to fire the lawyer. Let's see. Let's be nosy. See if I can zoom in on this. Because I'm like almost blind. Here it is. Hi, Dios mío. And I know, like I said, Lima, I know you got your people watching this and everything. Let me just say this. I am literally reading public documents. These are public. You cannot silence people. Like, you can't do that. I've been sued before. That shit is out public. This is what happens. Shit happens. This is real life. People get sued, and some of these documents are of public record. Mugshots included. All right? Cool? We got it? Okay. So Lima writes this to her attorney, and she says, Dear Ben, I'm writing to formally notify you that I'm terminating your services as my attorney effective immediately. The decision is based on the following reasons. Number one, failure to attach evidence. In the initial filing of my California civil harassment restraining order case, you failed to attach critical evidence that was essential. To my case during the court proceedings, despite arguing that the evidence was attached, it was not, which allowed Ms. Corville to claim it doesn't exist. This led to her utilizing an anti-slap motion rather than acknowledging it was strategy to protect my private information. This oversight resulted in Ms. Corville's successfully filing an anti-slap motion. This is the first time I hear her say in writing, successfully filing. Like, successfully filing. I like the word success and Ms. Corville. I'm just saying, I'm going to say that. You said, I have to this day will never... I have to this day still never flown a drone nor used one. Yeah, what was that all about? A drone. Girl, what is that? Okay. It's my understanding that BJ don't even live in California. So how did she did she like fly a drone across states, many states across to watch Lima? Yes, apparently, GMAT. Ah, Lord have mercy. Okay, let's keep going. So, let's see. Give me 1 second. Okay. Successfully filing an anti-slap motion, which led to a court order requiring me to pay $87,000, which I'm attempting to appeal on my own unsuccessfully. Oh, hold up. I need to get like, I have a little sound machine that helps drown out the sound surrounding me. That's what I want to know, Heidi. It would be nice for that to happen, I'm kind of wondering. But like, this is a lot. Like, lawsuits are expensive, and she already owes money. You know what I mean? You said, don't mind me looking for evidence. Thank you, Cheeks, for being a member for 14 months. Shout out to you. Thank you, love. Okay. And so then she says in the email, improper service of TRO. During the second filing of the restraining order, you advised me against serving the temporary restraining order. See attachment screenshot through a process server, assuring me that emailing it to Miss Corville attorney would suffice. The advice was neither incorrect, leading to the court viewing me as deceptive, potentially causing my own case to be dismissed, or you simply forgot to email it to her attorney. She's mad. She's really, listen, I mean, girl, she's mad at the, how about you don't have a good case? How about like, how about that's what it is? Like, you don't, this is not okay. Like, I'm all right. Let me just keep reading. Number 3, unauthorized agreements. You entered into an agreement on my behalf without my explicit consent. I agreed to voluntarily dismiss my case with your advice, claiming that Ms. Corville would not pursue the sanctions against you in this case for, and by the way, I think he was sanctioned or he's in the process of being sanctioned, would not pursue sanctions against you in this case for the lack of service. I did not agree to giving the respondent a 5-day notice prior to refiling, as well as limiting the evidence I could present to only new incidents, as this would limit my ability to effectively demonstrate the extent of damages and distress done to me over 27 months. These decisions were made to protect yourself from sanctions and not in my best interest. Ooh. Number 4, misrepresentation in the court. During the sanctions hearing, instead of defending the lack of evidence, or excuse me, the lack of service as an honest mistake, you misrepresented the situation to the court, claiming that I strategically chose to not I strategically chose not to serve Miss Corville. This resulted in the judge sanctioning me $10,000. Wait a minute, girl. So are you saying that this is all the attorney's fault? Like, what? Yeah, well, I mean, it could, why can't it also be true that the lawyer did a horrible job? I mean, I would say I could, I give you that, Eve. It could be both. It could be that it's like a shitty lawsuit and the lawyer did a terrible job, right? Or I don't know. I don't know. But at the same time, he was also, my understanding is that he also got in trouble with some stuff too. So, you just got to be careful. Maybe it's both. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I'm just a commentator. That's all. You said, ooh, pocket. Lord have mercy. I am not reading that comment. That is too messy. I thought it was a joke. I mean, it's not even that. It's just the extent. Like, and then the process server. Y'all saw that video with the process server? Gotta blame someone. She never owns up to anything. Well, there you go. She got sanctions imposed. The lawyer did not. There you go. Thank you, BJ. She got sanctions imposed. The lawyer did not. I do wonder about the other woman that was used, to file like this fake stuff and all the fakeness that happened to set up BJ and set other creators like my other people. Honestly, that's what happened. I do wonder about all of that as well. Like, how come you're not taking ownership of that? You can't say you didn't talk to that woman on the phone. We heard you on that phone. Like, that is crazy to me that you really put yourself out there like that. And then the woman that filed the false and then put my channel name, she got sanctioned. Thank you. Like, why isn't this in the email? Some of this is your behavior as well. Like, what do you mean? You said, I think she learned her lesson and backed out. LOL. I think it's the pot calling the kettle black. That was whack. Yeah, girl, she lost the plot and everything. I don't even know what to say, honestly. Okay, let's keep going. So, misrepresentation in court during the sanction hearing. Instead of defending the lack of evidence as an honest mistake, you misrepresented the situation to the court, claiming that, okay, I read that part. Given these issues, I have lost confidence in your ability to effectively represent me. I request that you immediately cease all work on my case. I will be representing myself and filing my new CHRO independently. Girl, so she's on her own now. I wonder if she's going to like, is she gonna hire another lawyer? Does she have the money to hire another lawyer? Like that shit is expensive. You said it would be a where's my nail polish? Oh, I know I got some nail polish here because I might just start doing that on the live stream every time we're throwing shade at each other. Let me polish that nail. Let me polish that nail. Girl, make sure you don't write that lawsuit in Crown, girl. Like that, I don't think I don't think they'll accept that. Just make sure you get that together. All right. It's hard. I'm gonna say that. Like I'm just saying. Don't even bring that old lady's name over here because she she might contact her for advice. Squids, you are so out of here for that. I'm not joking. I'm gonna get my own nail polish and start doing my nails every time we throw in shade at shit. Um, there we go. That's what she needs. Can you imagine? Insert BJ's Lima voice here. I can't do that. I'll leave that to BJ. Y'all go check out BJ. I might have to get a clip of BJ doing the voice just to play it for you guys. I'm just gonna say that. Right. You said Margot says, is she supposedly allegedly a lawyer? Isn't she? No, she is not. Well, you talk about BHP. BHP is a self-proclaimed legal expert. But this woman is not. This woman is not. This is a completely different situation. You said take the crayons out, girl. Oh my god, the voice is hysterical. Yeah, her voice is it is. I still think Lima and Hardly are connected. That's how the twins YouTube channel took off so quickly and they got the Hollywood celebs they got on their channel. The production value. I don't know. Yeah, BJ will eat her alive. I don't know if BJ's still in the chat. I'm just saying, BJ, can I steal that clip of where you do the voice? Like, just get that voice part, and every time we talking about this, I'm gonna play that. I'm just that. You got to give me permission to do that, girl. You got to give me permission to do that. Man, I'm tearing up on that. Okay, let's keep going. You say, why does Lima just want to run up more debt? Well, it might be cheaper for her just to file on her own. But does she know what she's gonna do? Probably not. I don't know. Maybe she might have somebody to like talk to and whatever. Yeah. I mean, why do you think there was? I mean, BJ got somebody very good attorney. BJ's laughing. I'll take that as an approval, BJ. All right, cool. BJ got a phenomenal attorney. I'll say that. Who I'm not an attorney, but I was reading all those, restraining orders and all those exhibits. It was like what 300 plus, one after another, and you're reading them, and we saw them all live here, you guys. And honestly, it felt like I'm like, girl, you just throwing anything just to see what will stick. And that's the crazy part. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It's been BJ's lawsuit that has really opened up my whole like view of litigation, frivolous lawsuits. What is it? Is it vexatious litigants here on YouTube and how people really misuse that. That's a problem, y'all. Like anybody can get sued. Myself included, we could all get sued and we can be hit with this shit. I almost feel like somebody needs to teach a course on how to fight situations like that because for those that have never gone to law school, I mean, that's intimidating. I mean, I've done a couple of summer law. I did a contracts course in a law school in the summer. I mean, that's because that's the route that I thought I was going to go. And I don't know, maybe one day, but it's intimidating. And Sean for the 199 says BJ's Lima voice, live for it. Well, I mean, I know I can't get struck for it. So you said YouTubers can use my clips and videos to spread the word, not documentary teams or film studios or snakes or Wondery or crooked media. Non-exclusive. When Hot Snakes Media contacted me about using my videos, I said no, thank you. Right? I said that, and send it to them an email. I did kind of wonder, well, that was like a while ago. What are they going to do? Are they going to use the shit or not? What's the plan? What are they planning to do? That's what I want to know. Yes, total abuse of the system. I would agree with that. And that's what's happening, y'all. That's what's happening, honestly. So, anyways, so she fires the attorney. And she's gonna be her own independent Elle Woods. No, sorry, y'all. I just threw Elle Woods name out there, okay? But I'm just thinking, can't think of anybody else's name. Given these issues, she says, I understand that I have been delayed in making payments. Oh, wait, hold up. Wait a minute, girl. You didn't pay this man? You didn't pay the attorney? You said I will never be a prosecutor. You know, I wanted to be a public defender for the longest time. Then I realized I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can do that. I feel like I could be a really good public defender, but I don't know if I can do that. Especially, yeah, I don't know if I can. Especially with some of the issues that are happening. Okay, so she puts on this very last paragraph. Let's get back to this because this is like, oh my gosh. She says, I understand that I have been delayed in making payments and initially told you that I would represent myself in the second attempt at filing the CHRO. However, you insisted on helping me and I accepted. Now my investors have completely lost confidence in my case and my ability to have any legal remedy for my situation. So are the investors paying her legal team or her legal fees? Are investors paying the legal fees for this situation? Is that going to be exposed in the you know how wait a minute. Now I have a lot of questions, okay? You said I don't want to do either work for the BJ's like I just want to work for the Lord. Girl, okay. There it is, right? What investors paid? I'm just wondering because the way this is written, it almost sounds like there are people that have invested in this lawsuit. Discovery, right? Let me read this again. She says, I understand that I have been delayed in making payments and initially told you that I would represent myself in the second attempt at filing the CHRO. Okay. However, you insisted on helping me. Okay. And I accepted. Now my investors have, okay, I think she's talking about now my investors have completely lost confidence in my case. So the investors know about the case too. I need the financials. I think that's coming up pretty soon. I mean, I'm wondering because I'm pretty sure that that's something that's being requested from BJ's side, but that is kind of like what? She doesn't have the money? Well, I mean, she's behind the payment. She says she's already delayed on the payments. Wow. Okay. So, and I mean, like I said, like, shit happens. I mean, I don't know what's going on with her in her personal life and stuff like that, but I'm assuming that this is expensive. This ain't cheap, right? Mm. Mm-mm. I don't know. You said he wants a discount attorney. Lord have mercy. Okay, well, let's keep going. In my case, my ability to have my legal remedy for the situation, I have accumulated significant legal debt with your firm and owe money to my stalker. What? Wait. Who continues to harass my family and me? My family and I, not my family and me. The complexity. See, I'm not a grammar snob, but I did know that one. See, I don't spell right all the time, but it says the complexity of my case has increased and it appears to be losing battle due to the agreements made to protect Miss Corbell and the multiple failed filing attempts. Had I known that I would be a low priority for you, I would have chosen to represent myself. I was absolutely shocked yesterday when you told the judge that the lack of service was my strategy rather than your honest mistake. Thank you for your attention in this matter. I expect to receive a prompt response confirming the termination of your service. Lord have mercy. She ain't playing. And he says, thank you received. Benjamin Kanani. Linda. Wait. No. We doing this right here. Hold up. Ay, Dios mío. Hold up. She said, and I expect she is, girl. Yeah, I'm gonna end my live with this Barbie up here. Like, let me remove myself from. Y'all can have that. Y'all think I think this was Benjamin Kanani's face when he got that email. Like, what the fuck? There are other filings in there as well, but I don't have the time to go through all of them. But I wanted to give y'all this update. Okay, I really did. What do y'all think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Y'all are amazing. You guys are amazing. Linda, go to sleep. All right. What do you guys think? I mean, all right, listen. Honestly, this shit is expensive, right? BJ needs our support. She still has her GoFundMe for the legal stuff. Y'all go support her. Do what you have to do. I didn't pull it up, but I might have to. I don't know if Ahmad can bring it for one of her channels. If you guys can go check her latest video, because she usually puts her GoFundMe for the legal fund in the description box. If y'all can pull it up and put it in the chat, please and thank you. I'll put it in the description box. I completely forgot to add it to the channel. Let's keep supporting, because this we're not done, clearly, because I thought you're a winner, and it's like it keeps going and going and going. So she's going to continue to represent herself, even though BJ has been very victorious. She has been very much knocking bitches out, because that's what she's doing. All right, in these lawsuits, she will not be silenced. And like I said, we just got to keep supporting BJ, right? And I will do my best to continue to update everybody. Thank you, BJ, in the chat. All right. Shout out to BJ. Y'all go drop some hearts and drop her channel. Thank you, Tinkle Tits. Yes, this is her. If y'all want to support BJ, $1, $5, however much you can, always helpful. Always helpful to, because I mean, our girl needs it. Okay. So go support, show her some love, because that's what we do over here. We support and we show some love. Okay. We have to move on to the next topic, you guys, because I got to start with something. And I want you guys to do me a favor, that you're in the chat. I'm not going to ask you for something huge, okay? But I am going to ask you to do me a favor. Can you guys do me a favor? Can you just say, yes, I'll do this favor? I want you to imagine for a minute, okay? Thank you, BJ. Shout out to BJ. I want you to imagine that you're just hanging out, sitting down, drinking your coffee. Maybe it's a Saturday, so you got nothing to do. You're just hanging out, okay? I want you to close your eyes and imagine this for me. Y'all close your eyes, okay? And then you get a call. And the call sounds something like this. Let me tell you guys what I'm talking about. Let me play this.
Hi, this is Dog the Bounty Hunter. I am looking for someone that knows this punk named Ali. I'm doing a cold case murder investigation from Windsor Locks, Connecticut, and I just found absolute 100% proof that this Ali guy killed the person. So could you please give me a call back? Or, well, my phone is unmarked, so after you listen to this, will you answer? I'll give like 5 minutes. Thank you so much. I guess you should maybe keep this confidential, because the feds, everybody knows, but it's going to break news in the next couple of days. All right. Thank you so much. Aloha. Bye-bye.
All right. Canvas and Crime, thank you so much for the Cash App love. Thank you for supporting my channel, all right? I'm pretty sure it's a real call. I don't think it's AI. That is a call from Dog Bounty Hunter and Nick the Hat on a cold case. This is the kind of voicemails that they leave when they are investigating and fighting crime. Yes, they are the dream team YouTube true crime fighting team. Yes, they are. I would have. I'm like, is that like, because I'm wondering, like, what's going on here? What's going on? What is going on here? Is that really that? You said it's cringe. You said it. Sean said, thank you for the 1.9. If every subscriber gave $2, it would cover costs. Yes, on BJ's lawsuit. Please and thank you, Sean. Thank you, love. Thank you again for the 1.99. True crime YouTube. All right. I don't know who Ollie is. I don't know, but I'm telling you, if I get a lot of crazy ass calls. If somebody called me and left me a voicemail like that, I say, you have got to be kidding. You're kidding me, right?
Hi, this is Dog the Bounty Hunter. I am looking for someone that knows this punk named Ali. I'm doing a.
You're like, wait a minute. Who knows a punk named Ali? You said block. Oh my God. I don't know what. Let me ban a troll. I don't know. It must be brand new here in this channel. Okay. Yes, you would block the call. I might even think, you said I might even think I'm being punked. I think so too. It's a lot of, it's a dead serious, like, he's serious. Be like, who's this? Okay. Well, let's get into this situation. All right. So there is a lot happening in the true crime community of YouTube. Y'all know, that's another genre. Thank you, my love. Thank you that we cover. Listen, people are getting sued. Now, people, I think right now it's 2 creators, but there's like 50 plus does that could be added. So it could be multiple creators that could be sued over the, I guess, this new Rico. Let me put this down. Sorry. This, what they're calling is a civil Rico case, which I have not yet seen anything be filed federally, but this is how they're treating it. Okay. And for those that don't know, I did pull something up. Let me 1 second. Shout out to the person that gave me this information, but basically said that in a civil Rico versus criminal Rico, a civil plaintiff will still have to prove the basic elements required in the RICO statute to prove a claim, including a person and enterprise engaged in or affecting interstate commerce, patterns of racketeering activity, the operation and management test, and the that requirement. Although the standard of proof in a civil action is based upon a preponderance of the evidence, the civil RICO plaintiff must additionally prove causation, injury to business or property, and that he or she is subject to a more complicated statute of limitations. Also, in a civil racketeering action alleging fraud, the claim must be pled with particularly. I'm assuming like a what is it, a bill of particulars, all that other stuff. What is going on? What is going on? Now, Vodka says, look, I'm glad that the true crime community is getting sued. Some of y'all been doing going. Wait a minute. Now, wait a minute. Why are you calling me? Are you calling me a hog? Is that what you say? Are you calling me a wild hog, Vodka? You lucky I'm in a good mood. You know that? Are you calling me fat? Is that what you're trying to say? What are you trying to say? What are you doing? What do you mean? Be more specific. You say rabbit. He said he's sending out 10 more to make it a federal RICO, says Chris. Well, there you go. Oh, no. I know, I'm just laughing. Shout out I'm picking on you. Look, it's the civil RICO. Okay. All right. This lawsuit has been read by multiple people. Multiple creators are reading it right now, are going through it and everything. And I'm going to be honest with you. Okay. I think that is exactly what the people that are suing, that's what they want everybody on true crime to do. They want y'all to wild out. They want you guys to go crazy reviewing this lawsuit over and over. I read it. And let me just say this. What a distraction from finding this missing child, right? It's a real lawsuit. And right now it only involves 2 people. And the only one that I know of that I know because she's been on my, shout out to her, is Granny's Watching. I know of her. I don't know the other lady. I think she's called Barbecue Lady. The BBQ Lady. I'm not familiar with her. Never seen anything of hers, but I've seen Granny's Watching. Shout out to Granny's Watching. So I honestly think that this is fear mongering. And I think that it's specifically being put out there for the people that are calling out the crazy ass behavior that is happening in this case. So it is a tactic. It's a tactic to scare everybody. She's a TikToker. That's why I don't know her. See? Okay, I got you. I got you. Does she like do barbecue at TikTok? And that's why she's called. I'm confused by the name. Sorry, y'all. Shout out to her. Yeah, so it's intimidation. You're absolutely right. I think that's what it is. It's a way in which to distract. And rabbit speaking freely, barbecue lady is trash. Ooh, Lord. I don't know her, Chico. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't know no barbecue lady. But shout out to you. If y'all been following this a lot longer than I have, you guys are entitled to your opinion. You will not be blocked, and you are mod, so you won't be blocked. You know that. So she owns her own barbecue restaurant. Now you craving briskets. Girl, I don't like it. Tinkleton's like, now I'm craving brisket. Thank you, Rabbit. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, it's it's I'm just gonna say this, okay? It is fear mark. It's just a way in which to silence people at this point. Now, I will say this: do I agree that some folks, are doing the most in these cases? Yes, but I find it interesting that the people that are being sued are the ones that are criticizing the behaviors that are going on. So they're using this as a tactic to try to just attack anybody that's speaking against, you know, Seth Rogers, the father, and certain individuals that are involved. Of course, one of those being the bullhorn lady. Okay. Some people will stay in controversy. Okay. Another thought that I had was, is this a way in which to basically, of course, there's the fear situation, right? Because nobody likes to get sued. It's scary, especially when it's happening. Like, you don't know what to expect. You don't know what's going to happen in a situation like that, right? But I also thought about this. Okay. What if it's another money tactic? What if it's a way in which to then say, well, we have a lawyer that's going to work with us and that's going to cost us money. So now we need a fundraise for this lawyer who wrote this lawsuit, who I'm amazed. I said, this is a shitty ass lawsuit. And by the way, I'm going to stick to this. I'm going to say this. I'm entitled to my opinion, but please do not contact or harass any of the subjects discussed on this channels, from the other lawsuit to this lawsuit. Okay? Please and thank you. Y'all are entitled to your opinion, but don't harass anybody. Don't be emailing people, because that's one thing I don't do. Is we're not doing that. Yeah, la bullhorn. La bullhorn. You said per Grissy? Is that what Grizzy calls her? La bullhorn? I'm just saying, like, what I want to know what y'all think about this situation. That's all. You said, agree. Who is going to go all this work unless there's something larger at the game? Let me ask you guys a question in the chat, okay? You have a child that's missing in the center of all of this, okay? Sebastian Rogers. I don't know how, and this is just me, if I was the parent of a missing child, and I need to be careful with this because everybody acts different, everybody does something different. I don't think that I would have enough time to not only, you know, finding my child would be a priority. From the pits of earth to wherever I need to go to find my child. I don't have time to fucking file a lawsuit on people. I wouldn't have the head for it. When you give birth to your child and you raise your child, and no matter what happens in the good and the bad, no matter what, okay? And sometimes you're with your partner or you're on your own. Doesn't matter. But I wouldn't have the mindset to be filing lawsuits on motherfuckers that are giving commentary on YouTube. And that's a lot of us. That's myself included. I wouldn't have the time to be filing lawsuits on people I'm side-eyeing everything here. And I think I have every right to as well. It's off. I'm just gonna tell you that. I wouldn't have the time. Not only would I not have the time to entertain somebody who, is doing media pro bono, who's been sued I don't know how many fucking times at this point, I wouldn't have the time for any of that. No. Because I'm gonna be, let me give you guys a good example of who does it very well and who's not in the bullshit. There's a man whose son went missing in Arizona. Please put his name in the chat. I think his first name is Daniel. Okay. He was like a genealogist. He went missing in Arizona. Everybody on YouTube has talked about that case. And y'all ever see him suing anybody? Daniel, thank you. Daniel Robinson from Arizona. And he has speculated a lot of foul play in that situation. He has been concerned about everything that has happened. Has he sued anybody? He doesn't have time for that. He's over here trying to change laws. He's out there looking for his son. He's doing what he has to do. He has leveraged social media and YouTube. That channel that he has a channel as well to find his son. He has been on platforms to find his son. That is how you use social media. Has he hired some Z-list celebrity who's out here calling people on their voicemail talking about, are you this punk? La da la da la. No, we don't got time for that. He doesn't have time to be on, like, he'll make time to go on News Nation and do all that, but that's as much as he goes. So help me understand how the fuck you got time to add these two people, creators, whether you like them or not, but then 50 others, in addition to putting all these other creators in there. And I love how the lawsuit says they purport themselves to be so-called creators. I think they're all creators. They're all YouTubers. They're not private investigators, that's for sure. Something is very off about this. I don't know what it is, and I hate to throw dirt because it's not in my heart to throw dirt at the man who has a missing child. But something don't sound right to me. And it's like, it's crazy. Something's off. Okay. And I truly hope that, when Sebastian Rogers is found, okay? And my hope is that he is found alive. You guys on the internet, all of us that have ever created any type of content on this, we have a lot of explaining to do to that young man. Because there are 4.4K hashtags on YouTube alone with Sebastian Rogers' name on it. We have a lot of explaining to do. And I bet you that if he's found alive, okay, y'all wouldn't even support his college fund. So get the fuck out of here trying to play parent of the year like you really give a fuck, because you don't. Because you don't. Because you don't. But everybody wants to look at the Proudfoots. The Proudfoots are doing this and they're doing that. Okay. Okay. All right. Y'all are still laughing at the Z-list comment. Why? I'm saying, let me know. Yes. Did you read? I heard about that too. I heard, we've been hearing about the shenanigans. Now, I will say this. I don't care what y'all say, but I love me some SF Investigates. I love how shady SF Investigates is. Because the way that he responds is like my spirit calls it, I don't know, it's like my spirit is there with SF Investigates, okay? And although I appreciate Nick's suggestion to hire an attorney, the complaint is so poorly pleaded that any person with a piece of paper and box of crayons could defeat it. So he's talking about defeating this lawsuit. And I don't think that SF Investigates has been named, but I'm pretty sure he's talked about the fact. Let me see if I can get to these bookmarks. I'm pretty sure he's talked about he's basically thrown some shade on it. Hold up, y'all. Let me go home real quick. See if I can pull it. 1 second. I thought I had the bookmark. I guess I didn't. SF Investigates, he's got his own little response. Y'all know how he is. And he wrote it in his little Dropbox. He doesn't play. This is a real investigator, somebody who has found people, who has dedicated himself to finding people. And he will write oppositions as need be. To clarify, the purpose of my opposition is not to dismiss their entire complaint, but specifically to challenge the part seeking preliminary injunction relief. Yeah, why are they seeking preliminary injunction relief? I want the complaint to proceed because it will lead Seth Rogers being charged with S crimes, against a minor. Why do y'all think? Let me ask you guys a question. SF Investigates has said a lot of stuff about Seth Rogers. Why isn't he on the lawsuit? Can y'all let me know? Why hasn't he? Yeah, drop the crayons. We talked about crayons earlier in the other lawsuit. Y'all drop some crayons and some crayon boxes. Why hasn't SF Investigates been added yet? Let me know. Are y'all scared? There's 50 does, but he hasn't been named as a doe. Why hasn't SF Invest? Because he's putting now. If you want to talk about if Seth is saying that this is incorrect, right? That this never happened, this would be considered defamation, right? So what you would do, you're not going to call me no child perpetrator or anything like that. I'm going to sue your ass. Oh, yes. So why hasn't this been, why isn't SF Investigates, who's been very forward? He's talked to the Proudfoots. He's been out there helping find the families, or excuse me, the child and other families, right, in Tennessee. But why haven't they added SF Investigates to the lawsuit? He is a threat. SF Investigates. They are scared of SF Investigates. That's the issue. I think they're really scared. I think they're really scared of him. Honestly. Hey, Popo. Shout out to Poe on the go. I almost said Poe on the dough. Poe on the go. Jay says because it's not slander if it's true. Don't you think it's interesting? You gonna put Granny's watching and the barbecue lady. And my thought was like, well, maybe it's because they're in the same state as the other folks. But this is, read it. You mean to tell me this just, if you read it, you're like, damn. Well, if it's not true, then you sue, right? He just put it in writing for us. He said, I want the complaint to proceed because it will lead to Seth Rogers being charged with S crimes against a minor. In my opinion, there is no worse crime in the world than sexually assaulting and R-ing an underage person unable to legally consent. This right here, my friends, is pretty black and white what SF Investigates is saying. So why hasn't that been added of the lawsuit? Let me know. Listen, I was born at night, not last night. Some of this is, there's something to be said here about this. You know what I mean? Drop the crowns in the chat if you are following what I'm saying. Okay? All right. He further writes, let's see, artists and sex offenders should not walk freely among us. And as of now, Seth Rogers is walking free. This is written in his Twitter, you guys. Why isn't SF Investigates on this lawsuit? They think everybody's stupid. That's the thing, right? Although I don't expect any legitimate journalists to attend their scheduled press conference. Oh, hold up. Oh, yeah, I forgot. They're having a press conference. Let me know who's going to be. Is it like, where's this press conference at? I mean, there's been the Diddy press conference. There's been so many press conferences. Can y'all, they're having a real press conference? This is crazy. Over the lawsuit? You're kidding, right? You said he is not Pennsylvania F Investigates. Hold up. is a liar and Katie didn't enter into a relationship. Were you there, Shirley? Were you there? He is not in Pennsylvania. SF Investigates is a liar. He and Katie didn't enter into a relationship. You must have been there because I wasn't there, girl. I don't speak on shit that if I'm not there. Like, were you there? That's why you're speaking on because you were there, girl, right? If y'all were there when all of this is being alleged, so if it's not true, then why not sue? Why isn't SF Investigates the first person that you sue? I wasn't there. I don't know any of this. But go off, Shirley. Go off. Okay, let me see who else in the chat. Go off, girl. Mel, thank you so much for gifting one membership. Love. Let me give you some hearts, girl. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Y'all, make sure you put some hearts in the chat. I wasn't there, but y'all are really good about telling people's stories and situations. What is that all about? You said if you believe that, you'll believe anything. I mean, listen, you guys do what you do, believe what you want to believe, okay? So apparently there's going to be a press conference. Hold up, it says although I don't expect any legitimate journalists, well, hell, I mean, to attend, maybe News Nation will be there, okay? Shout out to News Nation. To attend their scheduled press conference. If they do, I hope they ask whether Seth will admit to S crimes against minors. And that wasn't part of the lawsuit. And because SF Investigates has spoken out very publicly. And that's the problem that I have with this lawsuit. I'm like, okay, so this is just a tactic to scare people. That's what this is. Because let me tell you, if you're going to call me an S offender, if I've never been convicted, if I've never done anything, I'm going to sue your ass. Okay? I am going to sue you. You're not going to get away with that. You're not going to say that I did anything like that. I have never heard Granny's Watching give that kind of title to Seth or anybody else. So I find this to be very interesting. Now, we talked about BJ's lawsuit and, they're trying to gag the queen. That's what they're trying to do. I personally don't necessarily agree with half of the shit that people say on YouTube, just like you guys don't agree with everything that I say. But you know what? I don't want to silence everybody. I think we can always get better about the things that we do. I'm open to criticism because that's what happens. We should all be criticized. I get criticized all the time. Now, if you go real life, then you fuck around and you find out. That's how it is, right? But personally, this has been a little too much. And to me, I just wouldn't be filing lawsuits if my child was missing. You know what I mean? That's just me though. I wouldn't have the mindset as a parent or even the capacity to plan something like that. I just couldn't, y'all. I couldn't. That's just my thought. Yeah, why we wouldn't silence. Hold up. You said we wouldn't silence, but they take it way too far. Some people do take it way too far. Absolutely. You said because Seth knows SF Investigates would take him to task and he would be shut down. Now, SF Investigates, he would. He doesn't. I don't know why people play with SF Investigates. He really he's about that life, okay? He will take you to task. And that's the thing, is people need to understand. But I find it funny how certain things are being done here in the back scenes. No, I don't think anybody does. I think it's maybe we don't all agree with how things are being reported. I know I got content creators here in my chat. Shout out to them. I don't always, I may not be in your chat, whatever it may be, but you know what I'm saying? It's we don't always have to agree with how things are being reported. But things have become a bit distracting with this. You know what I mean? You said, yeah, the lawsuit is in PA only, not CA. I just don't think that Granny's Watching has said, in my opinion, has said half of the shit that people are saying that, that could get you sued. You know what I mean, Ellie? You said Blowhard should complete one lawsuit at a time. Girl, that's like telling her she needs Oh, let me stop. Yo, I still remember, when the whole Quentin Simon case happened. Y'all remember when they were trying to do that documentary and they were filming each other? And you had a MGL who was wearing like a really shiny shirt. She was being filmed. It was like girl was wearing like a disco ball shirt, and then you had uh the blowhard lady with like two tones of hair, and like it was blonde, it was like gray here and then blonde on the bottom, like somebody did her extensions. I said, Lord have mercy. No, Mallory's over here like crying, she was part of this shit, and that whole fallout was so interesting. I'll give you that. That everybody had something to say about that fallout. Oh yeah, her talking about, I really care about kids. Just saying. I will say this, too. I appreciate, even though I'm not a fan of MGL, I do appreciate that she is exposing, the other lady. I really, really, really appreciate that she is exposing the mess for what it is. I'm just gonna say that. Okay, I'm not a fan, but I appreciate, because at some point we knew that was gonna happen. We knew it. You said Granny is only mentioned because she went after another person who just happened to be in Seth's. Oh, there's a Liz? Really? Interesting. You said Seth trying to put off the Coolio look. Oh, with the braids? Girl. Oh my God. I also have never heard Granny only show and discuss Seth's own words. That's what I'm saying. It's like, these are your words that you're saying. I'm just saying. SF is super professional, in my opinion. SF is super professional and super petty. And that's why I love SF Investigates. Y'all don't have to like him, but I love SF Investigates because he is what you get. And I every time I've had him on my channel, he's just funny. I like him, but he's also very professional and he knows his shit. You said sometimes you see enemies become frenemies and show they are really snakes, all out of jealousy for Queen Bee. Ooh. Mint and Mama all out of jealous for Queen. Oh, and shout out to Queen Bee too. Y'all know we love the Hive over here. She's amazing. Love the Hive. I know everybody's at outs. People fight. I'm sorry, but I'm good with the Hive and I'm good with a lot of you guys. And I like to keep myself in the middle of everybody, being nice to everybody, You said I have no ill will towards Granny. I heard that she changed, and I give her major props for that. She doesn't deserve this shit at all. She's never done anything to me. Like I said, she's always come to my channel. She's always been very cordial. And I don't have a problem with her. And like I said, everybody has an opportunity to change. Whatever she did, I don't know what she did, Thank you, Machete. Shout out to you. All right, let me see what else you guys are saying. I always try to be Switzerland, even though some of y'all want me to go to like a different country, and I'm like, bitch, no, I'm gonna stay in Switzerland. I really am. I always try, but people want to pull you out of Switzerland to take you to like another country, and I'm just like, I'm good here. I'm good here. Okay, that's how I feel. Okay, no one's perfect. The bullying is disgusting. Yeah, that is true. All right. Before we head out, I did a video today and I want to talk a little bit about it. And this is important. You guys know I've been covering the Diddy news. We've been knee deep in this Diddy news. Okay, so the Pussycat Dolls, Kaya Jones, real quick. She gave an interview to, why is my computer slow suddenly? Okay. She did an interview with the Daily Mail. And the Daily Mail, basically, Kaya Jones let the Daily Mail know that I don't know if you guys remember, but in 2016, Kaya Jones said that the Pussycat Dolls was part of a prostitution ring. Okay. So they're all part of like this. That's what she said. She came out in 2017. She was ostracized for it. And so she gave a recent interview to the Daily Mail and basically said that the men that abused her are part of Diddy's list. And there are a lot of pictures out there of Robin Enton, who is also part of the, Pussycat Dolls. She's like the choreographer, dancer, whatever. There's a connection there, by the way. So watch my video earlier today. Y'all gonna understand that and maybe look into it a little bit more. Hey, Nonsense, how are you, love? Everybody come through, come through. Okay, another thing I want to talk about, and this is me flying because I know I had some of you guys talking about this. Liam Payne's ex-girlfriend, Danielle Pizer, says she's not mentally strong enough to face reality. So there's a lot more information coming about with Liam's death. And we did talk about, you know, the whole story is not being told to us. La Nacion, which is like an Argentinian, press out there, basically said that he had hired two prostitutes. It's very likely that he took something and he probably hallucinated and something happened to there. People have felt that his death is very sketch. A lot of it is not making sense. It's become so much information coming about. We are still waiting to see what the results of the toxicology and everything comes out of there. You know what I mean? You said crystal is the drug, says Hungry Helmet. Ooh wee. Check the video he posted today about Diddy. Thank you, Sidella. Thank you. I mean, y'all let me know what you guys think. Let me know. You said, do you guys think anybody will be willing to work with any of these people? Almost like forgetting Sebastian, someone doesn't like me, boo-hoo. I don't know what your question is, Regina. What do you mean? Let's see. I'm just looking to see what other questions y'all have. It's funny watching the small handful go into chats like this talking ish on grannies. Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm good with Granny. Like, and I've had that before. Granny has a lot of people that troll her and they'll come to people's chats. I don't know why. She's never done anything to me. And like I said, I'm Switzerland over here. If y'all start talking shit, then y'all can leave because I don't know what to tell you. That's how I do it over here. Uh-huh. Oh, that lady is a plaintiff, and that's the only place Granny is mentioned, as far as I know, says Candy. Okay. Yeah, I don't name that other creator over here. That other creator is nothing but drama. It's a lot of bullshit. You said Rabbit, Cluminati, Trev, allegedly with that girl have all been named. There is more than 18-page suit naming Granny BBQ Lady. I'm not sure if SF investigates. I think he's not party to the case. He might have been named in the body, but he's not really like in the case. You said if he says he's got proof to back it up, he may not put it out there, but you can bet that he has proof. Well, there you go. No one is perfect. Yes. Sorry, I'm like reading some of these comments. I don't want to miss them. Did y'all hit the like button, by the way? Please and thank you. Some can't handle their own words being replayed, says Craze. Yes. Let's see. You said nonsense. Can I be a small troll in the near your island? KCG. Let me see. Yeah, the death is unfortunate, no matter how it's described. Absolutely, Casper. There's so much coming about this. I'm wondering regarding Diddy's lawsuits. We are going to, that's right, Elizabeth. The rabbit does what the rabbit does. Thank you. Hey, Sup. I'm wondering with Diddy's lawsuits. I'm waiting. I know we're going to get more lawsuits this week. There has to be. We only got like 6 out of the 120 from Tony Busby. So I'm wondering about these other lawsuits. I do wonder. This lawsuit is just an attempt to silence anyone who is willing to push Seth's narrative. The countersuit will destroy team themselves if no actual conspiracy is proven. I agree with you on that. You said Granny is mentioned because, in my opinion, she didn't back down when the Nick guy came in the live and tried to threaten and intimidate her. What is that all about? Like, what's with the intimidation and threatening? I don't get it. Let's see what y'all are saying. From what I've seen, Granny only shows and discusses Seth's own words. That's right. Okay. I also have never heard Granny say anything like that, says Naomi. Yep, I think I read that. The con artist behavior will never stop. It is a lifestyle, says Danielle. Oh my God, is it Danielle? But Danielle, I like that. I like your name, girl. Hold up. Tinkle Tits, Argentina, 3rd floor, U.S. measurements of 4th floor. Thank you, Tinkle Tits. That's right. When it came to Liam, that's what they were saying. So keep that in mind. They have accused. Thank you so much for the $4.99, Tinkle Tits. Thank you for supporting my channel. Let's see. He said showing boxing gloves, intimidating in the chat. What is that all about? So that's okay to do if I go and I like show boxing gloves and that's crazy. Is it Tennessee Mama 5? That's too much. I don't know. You said they are saying there's 10 in 10 different states. I'm assuming each state has a creator thereafter, says B. Williams. Wow. Well, I guess that'll be interesting to see. In my opinion, that's all this suit is to an intimidation scare tactic. I think that's what it seems like. Because I'm just going to say this, nobody in their right mind would have time for something like this whatsoever. Nobody would have time. Like, who's got time to, nobody's got time for that shit. You got a missing son. Nobody's thinking about that. You said an octopus and a rabbit. Let's see. It's more to silence. I would agree with you on that. It's like meant to silence. Thank you. You said, wait, Nick said he is working with Google to get all the trolls' IP addresses to add them to the lawsuits. How? You need a subpoena to get any information from Google. You got to be able to subpoena, and that needs to be signed by a judge. You got to see a judge. Like, let's not see what kills me about people in lawsuits is that people think that it's just like all I need is a subpoena. And I've seen way too many lawsuits here online, and it just doesn't work that way, y'all. And let me tell you, by the time that you're like in the midst of it, because I'm seeing a lot of people, currently dealing with this, it's like, y'all get your information. And if you do anything stupid with it, like, I don't think that that's going to work in your favor. And what if you have an IP address from somebody? What is that? Is that supposed to be a threat? Because that could be perceived as a threat. Oh, you have my personal information. What are you going to do with it? I don't get this. Like, you guys, Google you need a subpoena. And even with the subpoena, Google won't even give you that shit half of the time. And why would Google give you somebody's IP address? Why wouldn't they just give you their contact information so that you can file the lawsuit after you get a subpoena signed by a judge and you go through that process? It's not that easy to get somebody's information from Google directly. So I don't know. People make it sound like this is like just an easy peasy situation. It really isn't, y'all. You said, I think it's a money grab, 500,000. Really? That's crazy. The Cash App dried up. That's my opinion. I think it's just a lot of this is just a money grab, you guys, or an intimidation tactic, or trying to get people to like not talk about folks. That's what it is. It just seems to me that that's what it is. Like, it doesn't sound legitimate. It's giving, I'm not really giving a shit about the fact that my son is missing. Now, Tinkletoons just gave everybody the IP address. You know what I mean? So, welcome to the club, Candy. Welcome to the club. That's your Tinkletoons says here's my IP address. There you go. Rabbit, they want the IP address so they can get their addresses to serve them legally, I think. Yeah, but they can't. Google's not just going to give it to you like that. Trust me when I say that. You have to file a subpoena to get somebody's address. You can get it through their copyright, but they can give you a PO box. It doesn't have to be the right address either. People, YouTube doesn't get involved in this. They are third party to this. They let y'all figure that out. You know what I mean? That's how I see it. You said, nah, they have to go through steps. Yeah, they have to go through steps to get that information. Sometimes if you willfully give that information, I wouldn't recommend that, because then you can get docs and all that other stuff. But you can use another third-party attorney for their information to file your stuff. That can happen too. It's just stupid. Y'all, this is stupid. It's a waste of money. Honestly, it's a waste of money. That's how I see it. You said Google doesn't recognize civil subpoenas. There you go. I think it needs to be federal, if I remember correctly. I mean, it would need to be federal. I think they're trying to make it federal at this point, but that's how I see it. That's how I see it. See, there's Granny. Shout out to Granny. She's in the chat, y'all. Is this the real Granny? Granny, because there's other trolls that say that some people be taking your picture and putting it in troll pages. I don't ever know if it's you or not. I would hope it's you, but I don't know. In my opinion, too many creators were showing the truth about them making money go dry. This is a desperate attempt at redemption to get more money. It's weird to me because that's how I see it. Can a mod confirm if that's Granny's watching though? I'm telling you, I've had Granny's watching other accounts in here. That's why I'm like, I know that there's a lot. by suing everyone that didn't run with their narrative and hold theories or thoughts of their own. There's that. Yeah. I what is it? There's a really good VPN service that you can change. Like you can one day you can be in Rome and then the next day you can be in the US or Germany. You said they will find out 99% of the trolls are rappers. Oh my god, you know how many rappers I have blocked on my channel with the Michael Jackson picture? That's too many to count. Yeah. I've had to block too many trolls. Confirmed? All right, that is Granny. Okay, good. I just never know. All right, you guys. Well, y'all, it's going to be okay. I guess we'll figure it out. Yeah, that's my thought on that. Yeah, no, I got like at least 6 rapper troll accounts blocked. Now, I would have been fine if the rapper was behaving in the chat. Whatever, your name is rapper, you got Michael Jackson's face on it. Kudos to you. But you start trolling me, you just getting blocked. Rapper, stop. Exact. It's too much. It's the same. It's all the same person. Oh my god. See, if you're gonna do it, just get a regular account. See, but you doing all that bullshit. You don't want to get doxxed. You don't want to get found out. Whatever. After you've been doxxed, I think I've had everything doxxed. I don't even care anymore. Y'all, it is what it is. It's like a rite of passage when you get doxxed on YouTube. Truly, it is. It happens. It sucks. You go through it, but it's like a rite of passage. It's like, all right, I've been doxxed. Somebody else gonna dox me over there. All right, whatever. It is what it is. Anyways, no, you don't start a rapper page. Don't do that, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys go. You guys have a great night. I got to do a little thumbnail for here. Shout out to everybody in the chat, guys. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. And I'm sorry I haven't been live. I just, I wanted to take the weekend off. Okay, so I took the weekend off. We will see what's going on. I know we got a lot of Diddy news probably popping this weekend or this week, so we're gonna be on it. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Hit the like button. Don't be stingy with the likes. It's free. I will see you guys on the next one. You guys have a great night. Bye, y'all. Bye-bye.